What if there was a video capable of showing you all the secrets of the rich that they don't want you to know? Would you watch this video until the end to learn how to become rich, to know that this video exists and you just clicked on it? And now you will learn what the rich did and still do today that made them wealthy. And if you want to be rich, to just copy the habits of millionaires, pay close attention, because we are about to start. Did you know that successful people have habits that unsuccessful people don't like to do? Warren Buffett once said that everyone lives by their habits. Some of them affect your health or personal life, but most of them directly affect your financial life. More often than imagined, people do not notice negative financial habits, which repeatedly deprive them of any chance of becoming rich. Warren Buffett believes that you cannot get rid of bad financial habits, but you can easily replace them with good habits. This is the only way to increase the amount of money in your life. So if you want to know more, keep watching this video until the end. Here on this channel, we are always talking about finances, wealth, and rich people. Click the subscribe button now and join the group of future millionaires. Warren Buffett is not your average billionaire. He has a net worth of around $115 billion at today's rate, but he lives quite modestly. He still lives in the house he bought for $31,000 in 1957, prefers regular transportation over a private executive jet, and prefers playing bridge over throwing lavish parties. It is this unexpected combination of immense wealth and a simple life that attracts the world's interest. From childhood, Warren Buffett began his journey to becoming considerably wealthy at a young age. He sold Coca-Cola, newspapers, magazines, and chewing gum door to door to his neighbors. I liked being my own boss, and that's what attracted me to delivering newspapers. I chose my own route and no one bothered me at 5 or 6 in the morning. He said he delivered 500 newspapers a day, earning a penny for each one. Additionally, one of the planet's biggest billionaires always loved to read. His aunt gave him the World Almanac, which he still has with him, and Warren Buffett read his first book on investments in his father's office. To this day, he dedicates 5 to 6 hours a day to reading. Despite Buffett's business development occurring in the second half of the 20th century, he remains active in the new millennium. Moreover, Warren tirelessly monitors market trends and gladly shares some valuable advice to help people follow the path to wealth. When it comes to making money, timing is the most important thing. You don't need to be very smart. You just need to be patient, says Warren Buffett. Many people know Warren Buffett as a guru in the world of investments, although in reality he made most of his fortune by following the correct financial lifestyle. Warren is rightly called a billionaire who clearly understands the value of every dollar. In this video, I want to draw your attention to the financial habits that Buffett actively uses. As he said in his interview, I'm sure some people will let this information go unnoticed, but Warren states that a healthy financial habit can easily become the foundation of your wealth, even if your wallet is empty. Now, habit 1, spend wisely. At first glance, this habit may seem trivial, but according to statistics, more than 65% of people do not know how to spend money correctly. Warren Buffett has said more than once people tend to think about where to spend money they haven't earned yet. In this case, Warren advises evaluating future purchases, not in money, but in the number of hours you spend earning that money. Ask yourself how many hours a month you work and how much money you earn for it. Calculate how much an hour of your work is worth and compare the calculation with the price of the thing you want. If you earn $4,000, but want to buy a new Tesla for at least $40,000, consider if it's worth it. Maybe before starting to save for it, it is better to look for additional sources of income. It is also important to note that Buffett encourages people to plan all income and expenses, no matter how much you earn and spend. The problem with $1 million is it's a lot of money. You have to track it, or it will just disappear. And you won't even know where, says Buffett. If you'd like this weight, there's much more habit to only money works to earn some extra money. The money must work. Instead of just sitting in a piggy bank, you need to know how the investment mechanism works. If you just save your money, it decreases as inflation reduces its real purchasing power. To prevent this from happening, the money must at least be transferred to a savings account whose yield exceeds inflation. But this is not a tool for making money. To earn money, you need to invest it. But for that, you must consider different investment options and figure out how not to lose your savings. You don't need to invest your money in stocks tomorrow. Start by understanding the investment mechanism itself, says Buffett. Dedicate time to learning the basics of investing regularly. You can start by watching the news on the subject every day, instead of watching videos on TikTok or Instagram in the morning. Set aside 10 to 20 minutes for useful reading. Analyze what happens with stocks every day. By the way, the returns on stocks of American tech giants like Facebook and Google are 30% per year. Isn't it great that social networks can not only consume your time, but also bring a lot of money? Future millionaires, before continuing, I want to ask you to support this video and give it a like. After all, if you do this, you can help more people learn about this useful financial information, and you will also motivate me to bring more videos like this here on the channel. So I thank you in advance for the like you gave us. Surely wealth will follow you. Habit 3. Work in unusual conditions. This advice from Buffett may seem quite strange. Although the billionaire himself is an avid fan of evaluating global market situations, while sitting at McDonald's instead of his office chair, I always associate money with big problems that in turn need to be solved. To do this, you must always be able to look at things from a different angle, says Buffett. A good confirmation of his words is the story related to Albert Einstein. In 1905, Einstein published 4 scientific articles that changed the foundations of modern physics and our understanding of space, time, and matter. Interestingly, he wrote them not in a physics lab or his office, but at the Swiss Patent Office. Working in such an environment allowed him not to be tied down by laboratory methods. When your working conditions are different from most people in your field, you can draw unexpected conclusions, combining ideas from different fields. If you read what everyone else reads, you will think like everyone else. And if you think like everyone else, you won't be able to create anything new or unique. Be curious, seek out obscure resources, study what no one else has studied, and then your work will be truly valuable to others. Warren Buffett is known for his simple yet profound financial wisdom. He believes that people often spend their money on absolutely stupid and unnecessary things, thus blocking their path to wealth. And by eliminating the following most common financial mistakes, you can dramatically change everything and finally become rich. The first thing that all poor people do is neglect personal development. Buffett believes that the best investment you can make today is to invest in yourself, improving your skills, getting a quality education. These are things that can significantly increase your income. Employers are looking for knowledgeable people. Often they don't have time to train. They want to find that person who already knows what to do, and they are willing to pay well for it. And if you want to be self-sufficient, competence in business and its processes will never be superfluous in creating your own business. Your knowledge and skills are assets that no one can take away from you. Try to gather as much applicable knowledge as possible. The next expense of a poor person is the pursuit of the latest technology. New gadgets are always attractive. The marketing tricks of the modern world know how to make people desire a new product. But if you have definitely decided to follow the path to wealth, start evaluating your capabilities and the necessity of a new gadget. Of course, if you have decided to become rich, you must forget about this kind of luxury, especially at the stage when you are beginning your journey to financial freedom. As we are all human beings, socializing and having fun is an important part of our social life. Replace going out with socializing at home. Your emotional well-being will not suffer, but the financial part will be spared. Now it's time to spend on clothes. Have you ever noticed how the richest people in the world dress? Most of them prefer simplicity in their wardrobe. Another thing that many don't realize is the purchase of packages. Sellers say you can buy a 1-year or 6-month package, and the price becomes much more attractive. However, in the end, most people stopped going to the gym or other places they bought a 1-year package for. For example, it seems like you saved a lot by buying a cheap subscription, but in reality, you lost money by not using it. Buffett encourages an active lifestyle, but warns against this kind of spending. if you are one of those people who bought an annual subscription and then stopped attending. First, try exercising for free at home or outdoors, or consider a monthly subscription. Everything goes in a circle, and you earn less and less money that could have gone to good causes. Control your subscriptions. If you got something on promotion, set a reminder to disable the renewal at the end of the promotion. Better yet, do it 1 or 2 days before, as some services like to debit the money in advance. Another thing that catches many people off guard is buying new cars. According to Warren Buffett, it is a serious expense to be avoided. Cars are notoriously known for wearing out quickly. The billionaire recommends looking for used brands and keeping them for as long as possible. Financial mistakes are the fundamental poverty of many people. Pay close attention to them. But before doing that, give a like on this video if you want to achieve impressive financial success. Let this like be the first but most important step on the path to wealth. The next mistake is gambling. While it may seem like a shortcut to increasing wealth, Warren Buffett emphasizes the importance of understanding the odds of success in gambling. The billionaire encourages people to make financial decisions that do not involve what takes tons of money out of your pocket and also negatively affects your health. I'm sure you've seen articles about how much you can save by quitting smoking. Not to mention that a simple calculation can show a figure of thousands of dollars, which can definitely lead to a significant increase in your personal budget. Warren Buffett is known as one of the greatest investors of all time. This means that this is the man who knows what you need to do to multiply your capital. It's important to mention that the most important habit we must acquire is the habit of saving money correctly. Do not save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving, says Warren Buffett. To make this painless for you, it is best to set up an automatic deduction of a small amount from each of your paychecks and use programs that show the percentage of your monthly expenses in different product categories. Another important thing you need to learn is never lose money. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1, don't keep all your money in one account, keep some in cash. Another unexpected suggestion, considering Buffett's fortune is estimated at $115 billion in 2023. His company, Berkshire Hathaway, always has around $115 billion in cash ready to be given at any time. This seems irrational and goes against the general principle of finance to invest money and not keep it under the pillow, and he loses a lot if that money is not invested in some project and doesn't generate profit. But this is what allows him to sleep well at night and not worry about unexpected expenses, and there will be no turning back. I have seen many people fail because of alcohol, but I've also seen so many people go bankrupt because of an excessive desire for credit. If you are smart, you can make money without credit, says Buffett. Pay attention to small expenses. Buffett always pays attention to small expenses and trusts only frugal people. For example, he bought a company whose owner counted toilet paper rolls to see if he was being cheated. The most interesting case that reflects the strength and trust of the billionaire is gradually over a lifetime. Warren Buffett advised that investing successfully requires time, discipline, and patience, no matter how talented you are or how hard you work. Some things just take time. You can't have a baby in a month by getting 9 women pregnant. Buffett said, think in terms of decades, gradually accumulating what is needed for your children's education or your retirement. Read everything you can about finances. Go to bed at night smarter than you woke up in the morning, said Buffett. Warren once said, the billionaire says he wouldn't give up a plane, but half a dozen houses is a problem. In his opinion, it often happens that a large number of possessions start to own the owner himself. So don't forget other equally important values like health. Without it, success is impossible. According to Buffett, the same goes for friends. The billionaire considers his friends the most important thing after health. Be brave. In 1951, when Warren Buffett wasn't even 21 years old, he went to Washington to meet with the head of Geico, one of the crown jewels of Berkshire Hathaway. If Buffett hadn't dared to show up at Geico that day, 72 years ago, none of this would have happened. But boldness pays off. Make tough decisions. Initially, Berkshire Hathaway's main market was textile factories. Buffett supported them for many years, But in 1985, he sold the factories because the business was no longer profitable. It was a tough decision for Warren, but important for future success. These situations are common in life. For example, it is more profitable to give up something that is not working than to keep investing in it. If you follow these rules and keep them in your head and on a piece of paper, you will have a treasure map, a ready-made plan whose fulfillment will bring you indestructible success. If you watched until here, it shows that you really want to be rich. So comment like this: "I stayed until the end," and when I see this comment, I'll give it a heart. And if you want me to make part 3, comment like this: "Make part 3, because this is part 2. Part 1 is appearing now on your screen. Click on it and go watch it. If you have already watched it, I will leave an excellent video next to it that will teach you a lot about wealth. Click on it now.